We all have a remarkable ability. We can connect to people socially and influence them for good or for bad. And what unfortunately usually gets in the way of us using this tool for good and for the benefit of others and ourselves is the fact that we are deeply narcissistic. We are too absorbed in our own selves and our own emotions to care about others and to even be able to control ourselves in the presence of others. We are going to take a look at the Law of Narcissism found in the Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. What we're going to do is take a look at his 3-step process for overcoming this narcissism and transforming it into empathy for other people. This way we can interact and work with other people to establish greater good. Now, when I go through books, I cut away all of the fluff. So here's the 3-step process. We'll go through it in a little more detail after I give it to you, and then you can start taking action. So the first of these steps is to understand what narcissism is and see it in other people, see it in yourself. You have to take a look. You have to see the chessboard, and then you can decide on how to make your move, and Green's going to show us how to make some moves. Second, we have to be honest about ourselves. If you can't be honest with yourself, you're not going to learn, you're not going to be able to grow yourself because you won't see yourself as who you are. So be honest with yourself. It's not some big thing. It's not some ridiculous lie you've been telling yourself, but be truly honest with yourself so you can truly learn and improve. The third step is to begin the transformation to a healthy narcissist. What on earth does Greene mean by this? How can someone be narcissistic and healthy? What he's saying is, listen, he's really using the term narcissist incorrectly, but what he's saying is, listen, we're all self-absorbed and self-interested in some way. Of course we are. Nobody doesn't care about themselves or they would stop living. So that aside, what he's saying is, listen, there's people that can accept themselves but still hold themselves to a higher standard, and they can do the same with other people. And these people operate flawlessly in society, and we need more of them. So this is who we are to become. We are to become these people that can accept themselves, accept other people, but still improve and hold themselves to a high standard. Now for step 1, taking a look at narcissism and identifying it so we can make our moves when necessary, he gives us 3 different types of narcissist, and let's take a look. The first of these is the deep narcissist. These are those malicious people. I don't even need to mention them. They do atrocities. These people we need to watch for and make sure that they do not attain power and are not able to attain what they want to achieve. The second of these is the functional narcissist. These are people like you and I probably. These people, we understand that we are selfish and we can be very selfish at times, but we can also have a good side to us. And we can still be empathetic and helpful to other people. This is a decent place to be, but the third is the place where we really want to get to. This is what he calls the healthy narcissist that I mentioned earlier. This person is the person that can accept themselves, accept other people, but still work for a greater good and try to improve everyone. So, now that we've seen the types, how do we spot these people and how do we deal with them? How do we change ourselves to a healthy narcissist, and what are the steps to take here? In terms of spotting deep narcissists, this is exceptionally easy, I'll just be honest. You can probably go ahead and spot a few right now without me even having to tell you how to spot them. These people are inherently selfish. If you take a look at their past, they have no long relationships. Their desire for control and power is all too prominent. They are ambitious and usually smart, so it may not be extremely apparent, but these people are people in power that generally have too much of a hunger for power, and there's not much need to pour over the details of these people. You know who they are. Seeing as identifying narcissists is extremely easy, and we all have a pretty good idea of the word, except maybe Robert Greene, let's take a look at how we can develop this empathetic side that counterbalances this and actually brings us to that healthy place, that healthy mindset. He gives us 4 different steps to developing empathy, which I think are very good. The first of these steps is exactly what Dale Carnegie says in his book, and that is simply seeing things from other people's perspectives. If you can look at stuff the way other people see it from their own perspective, you'll understand them much more better. We simply do not do this because it's not easy. I don't like to do this. Nobody really does. But when we do this, we can be empathetic because we can understand why people do things that to us seem like a horrible idea. This second tip is phenomenal. When you're going about your day and you're talking to people, In your conversations, try to emphasize their points, their day, their life, their opinion. Give them what you would want from someone else. Do as to others as you would have done unto you. Restrain yourself from blurting out your own opinions and telling everyone about your day and what you've done. Try and let other people talk it out. You'll find this effect to be much more empathetic than really any other step in this book. If you can do one thing, do this. The third of these steps is perhaps the most simple and the one we probably already knew, and that's analytical empathy. This is simply saying get to know someone. But I think there's a good point here. Be more curious about people. People will usually share more than you probably want to know. So be a little more curious so you can get to know them a little better than you would in a normal conversation. Just ask more open questions. Be a little more friendly. The fourth is to counterbalance all of your social media interactions with more physical interactions. And this one's an obvious one. Lots of people harp on this one. You need to be talking to more people in real life because that's how you really connect to a person. And when you really connect to a person, you become more empathetic. So the fourth step is to simply see more people in person and engage with them. Considering this review is so short and honestly a short chapter itself, let's take a look at those 3 steps one more time so see if we can actually get something. Identify narcissists in your life and in your own self. Be honest with yourself when you're identifying these and develop empathy for other people. Very simple steps. There's a few actions you can take. I wish you the best of luck. We'll continue to instruct our minds. And of course, it's your move.